In this lesson, we're going to take a look at the relationship between square roots and squares of a number. So let's take a look here. It says that the square root is just the opposite of a square. You can think of it as the root of the square or the number that was used to make the square. So for example, if I took the square root of 25, we know that 5 times 5 is equal to 25, so the square root of 25 is 5. We also know that if I took 5 squared, that 5 squared is equal to 25. So the square root is the opposite of the square. All right, so for question number 1, it says 9 squared. Well, remember that 9 squared is 9 times 9, and because 9 times 9, that's equal to 81. Now we have the square root of 81. And remember we said that the square root is the opposite of the square. So 9 times 9 is equal to 81. So the square root of 81 is equal to 9. Now for question number 5 and number 3 and number 4, notice how you've got the squared inside the square root. Well, what happens when you take the square root of something is it undoes the square. So we could say to undo the square, then we would have the square root of 5 squared is equal to 5, because 5 squared is equal to 25. So I just simplified, I took 5 squared, that's equal to 25, and the square root of 25 is equal to 5. So when we took the square root of that 5 squared, notice what happened is it undid the squared. So if I look at question number 4, I have 15 squared, which means 15 times 15, or to undo the squared, I would take the square root, and I would just have then simply 15. All right, so we have then the square root of 5 times the square root of 5. Well, so that also would look like the square root of 5 squared. So if by taking the square root of something, if that undoes the squared, to take the squared of a square root, that undoes the square root. So let's take a look at this a little bit more. We know that the square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is equal to 25. Well, the square root of 25 is 5. And by taking it times itself, what just happened here is that that square root then was undone. Or if you want to just do it out the long way, that is just fine. Either way is fine, because you'll arrive at the same answer either way. So now for number 6, we're going to take, let's just multiply these two like we'd always multiply them. We'll take 2 times 4 and we get 8. And now when we're looking at the square root of 6 times the square root of 6, remember the square root of 6 times the square root of 6 is equal to the square root of 36, because I can multiply those together. And the square root of 36 is equal to 6. And remember, if you multiply it by itself, what is happening is it's undoing that square root. So I would simply have 6, because the square root of 36 is 6, so 8 times 6 then is going to give us then 48. All right, so for number 7, it says find the value of x when the square root of x is equal to 4. So what we need to think about is like, what then is underneath that radical sign? Well, let's think about it then. Well, 4 times 4 is 16, and the square root of 16 is equal to 4. And so x is equal to 16, because that's what we would then be putting under the radical sign right over there. So again, we've got find the value of x when the square root of x is equal to 9. And so square root of x is equal to 9. And remember, to undo that, you would be then taking 9 times 9, which is 81, and the square root of 81 is 9, so x is equal to 81. All right, so for our last example, it says Jesse uses the equation 5x squared plus 30 is equal to 155 to find x, the length of his garden. What is the length of Jesse's garden? So first of all, let's write down our equation, and we're going to isolate the variable. So we've got 5x squared plus 30 is equal to 155. And so now our first step in isolating the variable will be to minus the 30. And so we've got 5x squared is equal to 125. We'll divide that by 5. And 125 divided by 5 gives us 25. So now we're down to the x squared is equal to 25. And now remember, the opposite of the squared is to take the square root. So to take the square root here, I'm undoing it by taking the square root. And so what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. And so now I've got x is equal to 5. So we know that the length of Jesse's garden is 5. All right, in this lesson, we took a look at the relationship between squares and square roots.